All right. After that first ad, happy Wednesday. Half the week is done, and yeah, get some weird feedback. Well, let's jump right in. Started working on these guys this week. I'm still not 100% on them. Tried a couple different methods to make the camo. I'm just not 100% on them. Some of it looks decent. What I finally settled on is using the dark green one-step paint. Sorry, I need my music. So I settled on the dark green one-step paint. And then I used khaki and olive flesh, and I finally landed on just stippling, whatever you want to call it. And so I've got it. It was real bright, and it kind of lost some of that green, which is okay. It's really hard looking at some of those images from that sheet. So what I did to kind of bring the brightness down was I took that dark green one step again, thinned it way down with water, and just glazed over all of it. So, I don't know. Not sure how I feel about it. But I've got 6 of them. And they're almost done. I just need to go back and touch up all of the black body glove. And then, of course, do the basing, which is going to be the brown earth. And then I grabbed this little guy, and we're going to try our hand at him. Got him and one other Master Yoda with a lightsaber. Figured this would be a good one, especially since I don't have a clue how I'm gonna paint him. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into these, try to finish them tonight. I will be honest, I don't know how long I will make it tonight. Today, it's about 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time right now. Feeling kind of like a whiny little bee. I'm still warm. It's so hot in that factory right now. So of course my wonderful temperament is getting more and more wonderful. I'm not snapping at anybody, but I'm just been like this for like 2 weeks. Just cranky. I'm just cranky. So I'm gonna try something new. Never done this, but hey, Tupot, what are you still doing awake? Isn't it like midnight by you? I'm gonna try a glass dry palette. I have no idea if this will work for me, but we're gonna try it, because why not? I need more black than that. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's well past, it's well past your bedtime. I still appreciate you popping in, as always. Let's see how well I can get in there without my magnifiers. I've got another set of 7 of the ARF troopers, and I'm gonna do something similar to them, like I did here. But what I may do is, I've got these tiny little, because I tried this first, but you know, you get into someone like that, it's impossible to get in to his chest. So I may take something like this and flip a bit off. You got your StarCraft minis. I haven't even gotten any type of ship notification or anything, which is not the end of the world since I've got so much going on. Have you started assembling them? Of course, I'm gonna expect pictures as you paint them. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked at that site they sent, but I don't know if it was a site or if it was just a screenshot, but yeah, I think mine are still. And I don't know what order they're gonna go in for shipping, because it didn't look like all of the US pre-orders were even loaded. Like maybe 80-90% were loaded in that container. Probably 90%. But it wasn't all of them. Started building the Protoss, okay. I will probably, once I start getting them and building them, it's probably going to be the Terrans first for me. Only 2 left to build. Nice. Did you just get the starter, or did you do any, what do they call them, expansion sets? I went ahead and started doing the exact thing that I said I needed not to do. And I started assembling the Empire miniatures. I still have Republic and Separatists. I finally got everything primed. Everything is built. Except for this new batch of ARF troopers. But, so that includes all the, yeah, that's a lot. So I think I did the, I don't think, I know. I did the starters for Zerg, Space Marine, and Protoss. And then I threw in that Zeratul miniature that, I'm gonna forget again. I think it's the same as the one that, was like a pre-release at, whatever show that was. Because now that I was already getting all these ships, it I remember when that first came out, the shipping cost as much as the miniature, and I couldn't justify it. But now, I think it's the same one. I hope it's the same one. X, 2 times the wave 0, except for the characters. 1 time wave 1 plus another 0 to it. We've already decided on the next batch, too. And then I've got, I got sculpt files from Gambody for the, siege tank. And then I'm always going to forget which one it is. There's, I think, is it the Goliath that comes with those sets? And then the Titan is what I got on Gambody, or vice versa. But it's like another big mech. It's opposite of whichever one comes with, or its own expansion, whatever it is. But yeah, I got that from Gambody, and once I'm ready, I can start printing that off too. Which I'm not ready. Goliath is wave 1. Oh, they are making a siege tank. Okay. So the, I don't know if you've ever checked out Gambody. I don't think you do a lot of 3D printing. I'm Oh, at Gen Con. Isn't Gen Con happening right now or happening soon? That's when Monument Hobbies does their next launch of their one-step contrast paints. End of month, okay. Well, I wonder how big it's gonna be. The Gambody one is who am I? It's when I printed off the ATTE tank or walker, sorry. That was like 100, almost 100 different parts, and some of them you had to print anywhere from 2 to a dozen times. So it was quite the ordeal. Then I printed off one of the clone gunships, or Republic gunships. And that's very similar. That's still sitting in pieces, waiting for me to assemble. So I can only assume the siege tank from Gambody is going to be quite the undertaking. They come out looking great. It's just there's a lot more effort than goes into it than like some of the vehicles that I bought from like Star Wars Legion. And I scale them That AT&T Walker I did is scaled for Star Wars Legion. Now you plan on, based on the fact that you made a whole little table terrain thing, you plan on playing. I'm just painting and collecting because I just enjoy that part. Uh, it's crazy how, like, my body still is not fully cooled down. Last year, here in Vegas, it was more of a mild summer. So I'm not going to say it was comfortable in the factory, but it wasn't as bad. This year, it's a little more of a summer, the Vegas summer. And I think there's more equipment running this summer. I hate to keep slinging mud at my former boss, but kinda hard not to. A lot of decisions that guy made. Things that he failed to do, and this is one of them. So being a large publicly traded company, we have a pretty robust capital expenditure process. So probably within the next month or two, we'll start deciding what we want to do next year. And start getting quotes and stuff like that. And then we have to do a whole proposal process to request that CapEx for next year. Uh, which sometimes kind of sucks because you get the funds half a year after you requested, so you got to re-quote a lot of these items, and so you always want to make sure you got enough budgeted, so that if it gets approved, you don't have to go back and request more. So a lot of times your quote comes in at 100,000, you're gonna budget like 120, 130. That way, as material costs go up or what have you, you're still covered. And then you got to kind of factor in, like, okay, this is a piece of equipment. We'll need to budget in for electrical, equipment transport, offloading, all that stuff. So we were going to get HVAC for the factory. Right now it's a probably a 16,000 square foot area, and it's got 6 swamp coolers, which swamp coolers are great when it's only slightly warm, but they can only take out about 20 degrees Fahrenheit off of the external temperature. Which means when it's over 100 Fahrenheit, and that's roof temperature, which is always hotter, so you're getting like 80, 90 Fahrenheit inside the warehouse.
Who will follow me into battle?
Orc, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Oh, come in, Orc. How are you doing today? Thank you for the follow, by the way. In here complaining about how hot it is because I'm sitting in the AC, I've got a fan on me, and I'm slightly sweating. It's making me frustrated. It's all good, though. It's all good. I'm accustomed to the Vegas heat. I've been here for 12 years. This is nothing new to me. And I've even worked in hot factories before as a factory worker. So, but it's just, I don't know, I'm too old for this. Too old for this kind of heat. Normal scenario, you go from an air-conditioned house to an air-conditioned car to an air-conditioned office, rinse and repeat. But yeah, we got our HVAC quotes last year, and since we're renting the space, we have to kind of go through the landlord so that we don't do anything to void his warranty on the roof. Totally fine. But we had his HVAC guy quote it, and then we had another company in the end quote it. We have to get 3 quotes. The third one never responded. So we took those 2 quotes. One of them came in at 90,000 US. The other came in at almost 800,000 US. And this is where I kind of dog on my boss a little bit, my former boss. Because I was more handling all the equipment CapEx requests, and he was doing more of the office administrative, like covered parking for the outside, so that everyone's cars don't get cooked by the Vegas sun. And he looked at those two quotes and said, I don't know if he looked at those two quotes, to be honest. I think he just looked at the price and said, F the one guy, we're going to go with the other one. So we budgeted, I think it was 300,000 US. Well, then January comes, and I guess then he decided to review the quotes and realized that the $90,000 one didn't include anything else. No roof repairs, no nothing. It would use the existing holes from the swamps. Didn't include electrical, power runs, anything like that. Didn't include permitting. And so he just made the decision, we're just not going to do it this year. Which is fine for him to say, because when he was working there, he was in the front office. That is very nicely air conditioned. He barely ever came to work even. What that guy did all day, but it wasn't work. And so rather than trying to, and I know that's a tedious process, and you gotta kind of admit that you effed up, but rather than going back to the board and requesting more or something like that, he just said, we're just not gonna do it. And then he quit in end of May, beginning of June. So now I get to re-quote stuff and re-request it in the budget this year, or for next year. So I get to be the one to explain to the board, or at least to my boss, why we didn't already take care of this. Typically, if you request the money for this, and then you're like, oh, well, why didn't you do it? We're like, well, we didn't do our due diligence. They love that. So, it's miserable, man. We got about 2 months more of this. Vegas doesn't really drop below 100 till like end of September. We've even seen days that hit 100 in October. Fahrenheit, that is. So, and then to top it off, we got a bunch of these little mobile AC units. We don't have enough power to run them all, so we keep tripping breakers. It's gonna be a quick minute before I can get more power run or drops. Just because, you know, we got to get the quotes, I got to get the recs in, send them POs, all that stuff, and get them in here. That was why I'm still overheating right now. That was the moral of that story. Now, having said all that, I could move my desk into the offices. I just don't know if I want to do that until I know I'm gonna be the permanent general manager, not just the interim general manager. Long time ago, I had an office. Long time ago, I had an office. Hey, Texas. How the heck are you? Very fitting because I'm complaining about work. So it sounds like Twisted Lords went very well. So those couple little posts you put out were very cool. So what is ReaperCon the next one for you? Other 4 characters. Nice. Ah, okay. Labor Day weekend. I feel like I knew that, but forgot that. Coming up pretty quickly, actually. So much work. So much. Luckily for me, I've got tomorrow, and then Fridays I always kind of jet out a little early. Try to work a little more during the week so that I can make my Fridays shorter. As best I can. Yeah, and then I can get on and start streaming earlier. Try to leave before lunch on Fridays, and then I can stream before 2 Pacific Standard Time. But when do you think you'll launch the other characters? Oh, absolutely. No, I rave about those miniatures. Although now you know I can't paint them on stream. 2 more in the works. Think they'll be ready for ReaperCon? Or after ReaperCon, okay. So I'll probably place an order for the 2 you got. Butch and that was his name, right? Butch. And I'm gonna forget the snake lady's name. Butch and Kitty. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll probably as long as I can remember, I'll do that this week. Yeah, so yeah, there's no way I can paint him on stream now. Since Ed started painting them. I was watching what was that, Sunday night? And the inferiority complex that I was feeling, I was like, yeah, I can't hold a candle to how he's doing it. Oh, well, Ed always, he's just an amazing painter, but yeah, he was killing it. So I think he'll be, he said he's working on it, he's gonna do a diorama with them. No, Ed's just a good dude, and I'll still paint him on stream. Just know that it's not gonna be a horny toad. Okay. My paint job just won't hold a candle to his, so just warning you. Well, I will probably, which I forgot because they're sitting up here. I forgot to do that yesterday. I had probably 30 plus miniatures in my spray booth to prime. But I've got all these clone troopers, and I was saying this in when Paints and Smiling Beagle were on their stream together on Saturday. Like, I just, painting regiments like this, I get bored. Like, Wednesday and Friday of last week, I was getting bored of myself. So, I will probably break up some of the Star Wars painting with stuff like that. I was thinking, when this was, probably when I was supposed to be sleeping, of how I would paint Doc, the jackalope. So I've got some thoughts on like colors for the fur and the horns and all that. So he might be sooner than later. Yeah, I like that. So I like all of them. But I do like that character. Kind of reminds me of the Wolpertinger in the World of Warcraft Brewfest event. The one that you can only see when you're either drunk or when you're wearing the synth brew glasses or whatever. That's actually kind of the visual I get for coloring him. Or painting him, I mean. I will probably copy what Ed is doing with those, with the Diamondback gang. That's, the way he's doing them is a really, solid idea. Chunky Badger, King Snake, and Leonardi. It's a small Leonardi before Reaper Con. Oh yeah, I need to do Leonardi too. So it's probably gonna be those two. That I kind of throw in just to mix things up. Notice that I don't go crazy with some of this. I'm not gonna lie, some nights, like even tonight, or this afternoon, whatever you want to call it, I wasn't really wanting to stream. How uncomfortable I am after work. Last Wednesday I had the same issue, but last Wednesday I'm like, I've got 14 ARF troopers that I'm working on. So then it's like a sense of dread, like I just don't want to work on them. I did take Paney and Beagle's advice about breaking them up into smaller groups. Obviously, these 6 are a completely different paint scheme with the sort of the camel look. I'm still not sold on it, but then I still have, what is it? 22 more over there. And I'm gonna break them into 4 groups. So yeah, there's 22 Phase 2 clone troopers over there. So these 6 are the, what is it, the second? It's Yoda's. I think Yoda and Luminara Unduli. This was their unit. And I'm painting these guys camo to match the whole Kashyyyk, Battle of Kashyyyk look they had. And I've got 7 more ARF troopers that I gotta assemble, and they'll be the same. Yeah, so these were different. Then these other 22, I've got them broken into 3 groups of 6 and then a group of 4. And so the 4 I'll paint for the, oh, ABC. See you pop in, how you doing? Yeah, so the 4 will be the 212th, which is Commander Cody's unit. Because I've got 2 Phase 2 for his unit already. Although I haven't painted them yet either. And then the other 3 sets of 6, one will be 501st, which is Anakin's unit. One is going to be, I don't even remember the number, but it's Mace Windu's unit. And then the other might be the Coruscant Guard, which have like red paint. And so I'll break those apart to uh, keep myself from going crazy. Just hanging with the grass. There you go. I'm just painting more clones. Probably won't. I mean, I'll finish these guys for sure, but I don't know how far I'll get on Master Yoda. Like I said, tonight or today might still be kind of a shorter stream. We'll see. See how we're doing. Well, like I said, we'll see on these. I was kind of talking about the camo on these. I'm just not 100% sold. I don't think I want to redo. I may just, like I said, cut off the tip of one of those little makeup sponges I got and sponge it. I had tried, I got this little mini makeup sponge, but even still getting into some of these areas on, you know, like this guy, trying to get on his chest is impossible. I've seen videos where they have, it's more of a, like whatever sponge they're using looks almost like a wire, I don't remember what they're called, the little steel wool. But maybe just clipping part of this off and using a tweezers to get it in there, give larger blotchy areas. Because what I finally settled on is I had a tiny dry brush that I just stippled it. Stipled? I don't know which one it is. But I did that. But I felt like the armor was too bright then. So I took that one step dark green, which I had used as my base. I thinned it way down and basically glazed it over everything. Kind of wanted to wait till I sort of finished up all of the, like this black leather glove touch-ups. Then kind of see how they look and see See if I really want to mess with redoing the camo armor. Back to the grind. Never ends. Can't tell if I did this or not. Okay. Then just the basing. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know about their armor. Some of it looks better than others. Some parts of it look better. Some of that's just the sporadicness of my stippling, whatever. Okay. So we've got coarse brown earth and fine brown earth. Should probably remove those. Yeah, that's the other thing with a lot of these. I just stopped at using this basing texture. I don't know if that's where I want to leave all of these miniatures. Like for these guys, the Wookiees, the Kafik warriors that I've got, those are already done, but same deal, just this basing texture. I've got random like green vines and little plants or whatever. I don't know if that would work because that's more jungle, but I think Kashyyyk is more just wooded. I feel like they definitely should have more wooded bases, more green and ranches and stuff like that. The chunky horny toad was a hit. I didn't even know you were doing a charity raffle. That's really cool. Just donate a chunky version of one of our minis. Oh. So it's a different sculpt. Okay. Did you post that on your Instagram? Painted by yours truly. Nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's also a large model in general. Did you paint them all brush, or did you use some airbrush, or how'd you do it? You're a brush guy. Me too. I wish I had the skill and the control with an airbrush. Got an old Oriental dragon that I did almost exclusively with airbrush, and I mean he looks good, but not anything to call home about. Some of the stuff I see people do with airbrushes. Say one day, but I don't really put any effort into it either. Even on my large, like vehicles, I don't. Ah, okay. I've got a decent airbrush, but it's more for priming. Or for I've done some like boat terrain, and I'll get close with the airbrush on like some like the sails and the rigging. So I'll like get halfway. Another ad break. Okay. I'll get like pretty close with the airbrush, and then I just touch up with a paintbrush. Some of the things I've seen. Just said one day. Heard using the Monument Hobbies one step in an airbrush is, I don't know what it does, but it does something magical. So I need to try it. Not bad. There we go. Quick ad break. let's think what I'm struggling or going to struggle with is Master Yoda's skin. Alright, Texas, appreciate you popping in. Catch you later. Murgle, right back at you. Now, what green is that? Are my hues? I don't say that's like a yellow green. Or I don't know. It almost then goes to like a, I don't know, like a pale yellow. Oh well. If it doesn't work, we'll repaint it. Want to let these dry a little bit, so we're we're gonna go ahead. This guy's skin first. Space. Hold on. Now, I picked this one just because it was a simpler model out of the two. Now, as I'm thinking about it, this pose is probably not the best one to throw with these guys. With these, what you want to call it? 80s? I think they're the 82nd. It probably would have been a better idea to grab the one. He's like holding a lightsaber, flipping off a branch. Not like flipping it off with his middle finger, but like he's jumping off a branch or something. That would have been better for the whole. Just in general with these guys, not just during the Battle of Kashyyyk, but I mean, part of it I'm overthinking, like usual. Okay. Now we can, I know that basing texture isn't dried, but we can still throw the fine. Alright. Work questions. Yeah. Yeah, it usually takes a good few hours for this basing texture to dry. So you do got to be a little careful as you're, because I like applying the coarse and then put the fine over it. But you also run the risk of moving the coarse as you're applying the fine. And that's good. Or at least until that dries, and then I can, like I said, I'm not 100% sold on how I did the camo armor. So that might get redone. The jury's still up. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and move these out. Set them over here. I have to get them in a little bit of a different lighting and really decide what I want to do with that camo. Let's see about Master Yoda. Even this one, I'm not 100% sure on this as the skin tone. I've got yellow green, bright yellow green, and pale yellow, but I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't do more of like a faded green and kind of mix with the pale yellow and then pale yellow highlight. It's not really a very vibrant green for his skin. Master Yoda might get a complete repaint depending on how this looks.
Who will follow me into battle?
One Blue Crab 1. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. How are you tonight? We are trying to paint Yoda. Good, good. You working on anything? We're just chilling. This is my first one, and I'm not a super big fan of the colors I chose. We'll see. We'll see after I get that highlight on. But I got him, and I got another variation of him that came with the set. I was working on same with these, I'm not sure. I feel like I might have wiped out that camel look when I did the dark green one step as a glaze over it. It was too bright, and now it's too dark. It's, I don't know. Having a hard time. They're supposed to be the, what is it, the 82nd, 42nd, 81st? I got 6 of them. Some look like this one looks better. Whatever I decide to do, I've got 7, and the base is still wet, so I'm getting basing texture on me. I got 7 ARF troopers that I'm gonna do the same thing with. Most of these I had were already done. I just was doing the basing and that black leather glove that they wear, the body glove. Yeah, I did 14 of them. With just standard white armor. I may assign them to regiments, I may not. But I got another 7 for this purpose. Which one? The commander guy or the captain guy with this little... Yeah, like I said, some of the camel looked better. I started with the one-step dark green for the base, and then I just stippled, whatever, khaki and olive flesh with the dry brush, and bro was painting Mandos. Oh, those are still in the box. I need to not, I already, started opening up my Empire boxes, which I should not have done since I'm still working on clones and separatists, or Republican separatists. I get distracted easy. So we'll see about... I'm using Stellar Novus 95. Oh yeah. Welcome on in. Ah, your buddy is. Welcome on in. I'm glad my raid alert worked. Welcome on in. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, I started with the Legion painting in what was that? May the 4th. So yeah. I just decided not to stop. Before that, I was working on Warcraft themed minis. Then I did a couple for May the 4th, and I just never stopped. All right, Blue Crab, thanks for the follow and thanks for popping in. Enjoy your dinner. For everybody that just popped in, I stream Wednesdays, all Pacific Standard Time. Wednesdays about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fridays around 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Saturdays 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If I get on earlier, I do try. Today I think I was on at about 2:40. But those are the times that I have committed to not get on any later. Hey, Stellar. Blue Crab said you did a Yoda. You don't mind me asking, what color scheme did you use for his skin? Not 100% sold on the on what I'm doing right now. Using yellow green as the shadow, bright yellow green for like the mid, and then I'm gonna use pale yellow for the highlights. But I feel like my base and mid are gonna be too vibrant. Thinking, I mean, I'll wait till I get the highlights on here. But I'm thinking it's gonna be too vibrant. Pretty dark green, but I highlighted a bit on this. Okay. Yeah, he's more of a...
Who will follow me into
Oh,
battle?
thank you for the follow, Stellar. Appreciate that. Follow and array. And I will definitely follow you back as well. Do you I know I'm asking you a bunch of questions now. What's your rates or your stream schedule? If you don't mind me asking. And do you do mostly Legion, or do you dabble in other things? Yeah, I feel like Yoda's more of a pale green. So I'm thinking almost of like a faded green and pale yellow, and kind of start with the one and mix towards the other for the highlights. Like I said, I want to see how the highlights go, but I just feel that this is too gonna end too vibrant. So you're supposed to do Monday morning, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 3 p.m. Okay. Yeah, getting that set up is pain. I'm still not like, everything else is working fine. My camera, actually, oh my goodness, that makes them look really green, and not in a good way. I still struggle with this camera, which is very annoying because it's the Razer Kio 2, and I've had to do way more messing with it than you should for, at least in my mind, that you should for a fancy camera like this. You said you play Star Wars games, like video games? Oh yeah, you said Star Wars video games. Which ones are you playing? Old Republic, the MMO, or more of the single player, like Force Unleashed, stuff like that? I feel like there's a newer one that came out. Oh, Star Wars Outlaws. That was the new one. How is that one? And then Empire at War. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Okay. Yeah, that would 'cause I do want to stream video games as well. I did some World of Warcraft streaming, but everybody and their mother streams World of Warcraft, so except for your regulars, you're talking to an empty room. Alright, let's see how this looks. Okay, something's not... It's not coming out. Oh, because it's very clogged. That is really dried out. Oh, all good. Sleep's important. Yeah, I'll be on Friday, early afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully I catch you here or I catch you in yours. But thanks for the raid and thanks for the follow. I should also be doing this with my magnifier. Spots that I'm not able to see as well. Uh, yeah, I really don't know if this is I don't know about this. That pale yellow is definitely the color I want to use for the highlight. I don't know about these, I don't know how well it works with the shadow and mid-tone. I don't know if I want to change it though, or if I want to do these colors around them and see how it looks. Well, We're gonna run with that. It'll work. Okay, so now I gotta try to get in on that staff. Probably do be a dark umber to a warm brown for the wood. Let's go ahead. Put some paints away. That I might need to work on a little bit, that pale yellow. Alright, so let's grab a warm gray. Where are you, warm gray? And then we'll highlight with a bright warm gray. That should be good. Should. Dang it. Get those grays, love to do that. Grays are the worst at that. Yeah. Go. Bright warm gray. Let's make sure we crack that so that it doesn't, because that's another one. You can see how it's pressure builds up. Even still, it's way more than I needed. We go. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to salvage this because ad break is starting soon. Excuse me. Ah. Okay. Now his staff. Or his cane or whatever. Done. We're back. Okay, so brown, dark umber, and warm brown for his walking stick. And then just a little warm brown to highlight it. And that one's coming up quickly. Might need something a little bit lighter too. Just too close to the that dark umber color. Maybe a light umber actually. No, it's gonna be too close to the warm brown. You know what? Let's highlight it with the dark warm brown. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Okay. That should be good enough. I didn't realize how close the dark umber and the warm brown were. That looks good like that. Well, not sure which colors to use there. It's been more like a white cream, not necessarily a cat. Smells like a, I don't know if dark ivory is right. Hmm. Well, let's. Still, this dark golden brown looks. I'm probably gonna mix regular golden brown with the dark golden brown to make the highlights. Because it's just too much of a jump if I go straight to golden brown. That should be good. Yeah, that works. Looks good. Well, all we really need to do is his cloak, finger and toenails, and the base. Um, it's not 100% sure what to make his cloak. Khaki is probably good. Then for the shadows, probably gonna highlight with a dark ivory. So what for the shadows? Be a drab brown. That should work. Hey, Nerd Central. How are you doing? Just hanging out. I've been enjoying whatever that program, I know you put it in your title, but the one where you're making all the terrain, that looks really cool. Beam down. Yeah, I looked it up a little bit, 'cause you've done that a few times in this last week. Streamed that. I think the one time I was still at work, I had something going on, I can't remember, but yeah, I looked it up. Rented a building overnight. So you create it in Beam Down. It comes with all these assets already built into the program. And then you just port it over to whatever slicer you're using. I think you're using Bamboo. Oh, you bought most of the assets. Okay. Is it all sci-fi? Ah, okay. It looked very fitting for well, for any sci-fi fantasy space. Ah, okay. Ah, so they started as a Kickstarter of some form. It's a really cool concept. Fantasy dungeon tiles. Yeah, I would probably want to get into that one for sure. So I'm all about printing off like the fantasy buildings. The Star Wars stuff, I'm more into printing off like the vehicles. Very soon I will start my AT-AT Imperial Walker. And I still have a good ways to go with all the Republic and Separatist armies, but I may still start that AT-AT. I already started putting together. I put an AT-ST together. I put some snowtroopers, Darth Vader from that Blizzard Force box. The very thing I was saying I need to not do, I started doing this weekend. I haven't had a chance to watch when you're on Pal World. What is that? Someone on my follow list right now is playing, or I don't know if it's a game or I'm assuming it's a game. Pokemon with guns and base building. Oh, okay. More like a real-time strategy base building or first-person shooter base building. Survival, okay. Alright. Yeah, I kind of want to... I've mentioned this before. But I kind of want to stream some video games every once in a while. I've done Warcraft on here before, but it's... Everybody's streaming World of Warcraft. I wouldn't mind doing, something else. Because there are some nights, like even tonight, I finally cooled down physically, but, I don't want to think. I just want to do something mindless. Video game. Yeah, I did a lot of, not a lot. I didn't do a lot of streaming early this year, but it was more Warcraft streaming. Just because I was having a hard time getting in the hobby mode. But now it's been pretty easy to be in the hobbying mode for the past few months. I've got the bug. But no, there's some days I get home from work and I just don't want to do anything. So doing something mindless is much better option for me. I think is why I do enjoy the World of Warcraft, because I know a lot of people complain about this, but I don't. They've made the game so easy for just general play, which is great if you just want to do something without having to think or strategize or anything like that. You played in the glory years. Yeah, I never stopped playing, other than a little bit in Shadowlands. But I've been playing since Warcraft 2. I'm a lifer. Oh. Okay. Even this khaki is getting kind of hard. The I was considering it. Actually had the tan flesh out. I'm not liking it so far. My highlight placement is a little off. I'll have to do some type of a glaze to unify this more. Yeah, I was gonna go more like tan flesh. But I think I'm gonna do that. Looks horrible. I'm gonna finish my highlights with the dark ivory. I also wasn't sure about his skin tone. It was, I think it turned out alright. I used a dark yellow-green, or no, sorry, just yellow-green for the shadows. Yeah, bright yellow-green, and then a final highlight of pale yellow. Turned out alright. I think that pale yellow kind of brought it where I wanted it. Like, it turned out, it's more vibrant on the camera. It turned out alright for his skin, but still probably, on the other one I have of these, I'll probably use a different, different shadow color. Like a faded green, maybe? Or even like a camo green. I was thinking it might be better to use like a camel green and then mix the camel green with the pale yellow and then just highlight with the pale yellow. Just to give it more of that pale green color instead of the vibrant yellow or vibrant green. Yeah, and a lot of one, I do art by imitation, and I have a very hard time looking at a color and knowing what colors will get me there for shadow, mid, highlight. Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It varies with the miniature. Like this guy, obviously, I'm trying to make him a little bit more. Some of those clone Coopers that I was doing, the like Rex and the named ones, their armor I was using quite a few different. I think it was 4. So I had like my deepest shadows, base, mid, and then highlight. Really create that armor effects, that white armor. But then other parts of it, like their guns, was just black with a dark gray highlight. I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. And even with him, um, like his crane was um, 2 colors. Actually, no, I did 3 because that warm brown was so close to the dark umber that I used. So then I did a green-brown highlight on it. Gives it a little bit, but not much. So, let's see. Let's see if that... This is very watered down. Just trying to... Shoot, I forgot to highlight a whole spot on him. Just trying to blend a little bit. Not too much. So I'm using my mid, the khaki, as glaze. Get in there just a little bit. Some more pure color. I might do another... Let that dry and do another coat. Ugh. Then really all I've got... I'll do another little highlight on him after this dries. But really all I have to do then is his fingernails, toenails, which those will be easy. I'll just use a dark neutral gray. Then maybe highlight with a neutral gray. And then just the base. I don't even know what... I don't know what to put him on. I might still just go with that brown earth. Thank you. Yeah, I really was not... I was not confident in the beginning. And I still think some of my color choice might need to get fixed on the... because this set... It's an old commander unit. Grandmaster Yoda. It comes with 2 miniatures, but 3 different ways you can set them up, so... okay, let's do one more glaze. So I've got this variation, and then the one with him kind of leaping off the branch with a lightsaber. Which would work better with these camo clones, the 82nd Legion, I think. Because I've got them set up like they're Kashyyyk, or on Kashyyyk. Your Yoda? Ah! No, I had a guy come in here saying they looked awesome. I'm still not sure. I did, and they all look, okay, traded for Empire Marines. Ah, okay. Yeah, I got mine off eBay. But then they came out with that, set, Leaders of the Republic or whatever, which is the 2 Yodas again, and Padme. I used, I did the whole black prime with the white Zenithal dry brush, and I used, the dark green one-step as my base, and then I eventually settled on just a tiny dry brush, and stippled, olive flesh and khaki for the camo. And then I felt like it was too bright, way too bright. Go a little crazy on here. I'm gonna be careful not to kill my shadows. And so I really watered down my, the dark green one step, and then just washed it all over those. But now I feel like it's possibly too dark. Some look fine, some don't. I don't know. The jury's still out. I gotta make up my mind what I'm gonna do with them, because I've got those 7 ARF troopers. Argad. Okay, ad's over. So I went Death Guard primer, 3 greens, 1 yellow, 1 brown, and a very heavy Nuln oil. That's for the camo. And my mic is really picking up that fan. I don't know why it's not. It's usually better with the noise canceling. Okay. Yeah, I tried to sponge it on, and when I build those ARF troopers, I may do that again. I've got these tiny little makeup brushes, but they're still too big, so I may clip off the tip and use a tweezer to just get in, because some of the, like, you look at something like that, it's hard to get in. They do work nice. I've got a few Um, like the bigger ones. This one's it's got dust on it. I got them off Amazon. I could have stolen my girlfriend's, but I didn't. I was nice. Um, I don't think I'm gonna go any further on his cloak. I should add just a little more of the dark ivory highlights. Still don't want to go too crazy. That's probably more than good. Okay, let's put these away. Strand brown, carroty, dark ivory. Ah. Okay. Just need to highlight that. Yeah, so I may still go back on these clones and do a little bit of a little more sponging or whatever, just to brighten it, because now I feel like it's too dark. But I don't know yet. I have not made up my mind. Or alternatively, I just leave it and just replicate that with the ARF troopers and stick with a darker camo. Because you can still, like, some of the patterns did show up well, that random camo pattern. So, maybe I just do that. Okay, so what is his base gonna be? Even though this is not the right Yoda for the whole Kashyyyk deal, I still think I'm gonna go with the brown rice. And as well, the jury is still out on a dry glass palette. I do feel like things dry faster on there, obviously, but I'll give it a little more effort. May have to adjust the way the fan is blowing. I think it's blowing up and onto it as it bounces off of me. I base everything, but I was saying this earlier. I've been real lazy about, like, this right here is the extent of what I'm doing on my bases right now for all the Star Wars Legion. And I don't want to leave them like that. I usually add more bushes and rubberies. Like this little Warcraft Horde army that I've been working on. All of them have, kind of depending on where I've got them located, different bushes and rocks, and like the bases look decent. Obviously they're not going to win any awards, but you know, even some of them, the trying to remember which, I think it was the war song, the orcs that I themed to be war song orcs, since they would have still stayed on the other side of the dark portal, their base has that red earth, and I gave them like alien looking like pink bushes and blue, purplish blue bushes. And then I think it was just dark rocks on there. But that came out pretty good. But yeah, this time around I've just been been lazy with the basing. All they're getting is just the basing texture. I want to add, especially on these brown ones that are supposed to be on Kashyyyk. Hey! Oh my goodness. The Wookiees. Yes. Well, we're not working on Wookiees right now, but it's a good song. Well, welcome in, Painting. Thanks for the raid. What's up, kid? That's alright.
Who will follow me into battle?
Thank you for the follow, kid. Cheek, that's the planet I was thinking about. Yes. I did, I already did a whole bunch of Wookiees, a while back. Now, I finished, well, I think I finished these guys. I don't know where I feel about the camo armor. It's too dark. Some of them look fine, some of them don't. So I'm really not sure. But I'm trying to finish this guy up. I'm actually just about done putting the basing texture, but yeah, thanks for raiding in. Anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Grizzly. I am the world's okayest miniature painter, and I paint well, lately it's all been Star Wars, but I have done a lot of Warcraft themed, and I'll need to take a break here and there from Star Wars. But I stream Wednesdays around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Fridays around 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Saturdays around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. Orcs and Goblins. I love both orcs with a K and orcs with a C. World's okayest miniature paint. I shall call for a duel. I am taking that title. I had a buddy at work who had a coffee mug that said world's okayest golfer. And I thought that was just the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I'm applying it here. Hey, what's up, Blades? How the heck are you doing? Dang, Painty had all the people in his stream today.
Who will follow me into battle?
Oh, thank you for the follow, Blades. I appreciate that. So I gotta do this, manually. And I know I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait, the cooldown to get you, Blades. No worries. I guess I don't broadcast in a lot of the streams that we're in. I don't really broadcast that I stream. Just fly under the radar. Cooper. Who's Cooper? Oh, the dog. I'm pretty good at, is the most perfect? Yellow lab. Okay. I'm like Painty. I'm a cat guy. We got 2 of them here. Okay. That's a Yoda. That's a weird spot right there. We're not gonna fix that right now. Cooper is not a perfect. Well, if he's a lab, he's probably a wildling. Who's all right. Yeah, I messed up that one little spot. We're gonna fix that later, not right now. A question Yoda would ask. Perfect gentleman, is he? Well, I feel like since I'm awake, I should keep going. Even though it's already, Myrtle Oracle to you too. Yeah, I don't know what to work on next. Part of me feels like I am awake, so I should keep going, but I also know that's gonna wear off very quickly. Painty, I took your advice. That's why there's only 6 of those clones being worked on. I'm splitting them up into groups of 6. So I still have 22 more to go, but I'm gonna do 3 batches of 6 and 1 batch of 4. Is Antifreeze on? I know I'm following him, so yeah, because I do need to Antifreeze 420, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over there. Because I need to go to the gym. I skipped this morning again. And I'm not getting any skinnier. Oh, that's weird. I had you open, Painty, and now it's me. Let me close it. Okay. Well, thanks for the raid. Thanks for the follows. Before I run out, let's do that. There we go. Streamception. Reception to the captain. Oception to the section. Oh no, now I lost him. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna make the antifreeze this problem. But yeah, thanks for popping in. I will be back Friday. Around 2 p.m., maybe sooner. Pacific Standard Time, that is. So, feel free to join me again for probably more Star Wars. And then Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, let's, I should click the start raid. Anybody that's not following Antifreeze, please follow him when we get over there. Give him some love in the chat. And thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully I will see you guys Friday and or Saturday. And as always, stay mad, stay angry, stay grizzly.